And welcome back, and a great session there with Hector. And I am delighted to be joined on the sofa by Jenny Lay-Flurrie, our Chief Accessibility Officer. We get that right this year. And Corie Brown from Channel 4.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having us.
So if I can start, can we just talk a little bit about the importance of disability representation in the workplace?
Shall I start?
Go for it.
I think it's vital. I think a lot of people think that disability is a subconscious bias. I don't believe it is. I think people are very consciously biased about disability, and I think the only way that you can counter that is to employ more disabled people. And if you're casting your net really wide and you're taking on the best talent and you're not ticking boxes, then of course you're going to have a more diverse workforce. That's what I think.
Yeah, disability is a strength, right? If we don't have people with disabilities in the core of Microsoft, we are not going to create our best products. And that's really the core of it.
Yeah, okay. And on from that, not all disabilities are immediately apparent.
No.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the stats tell us that about 70% of disability is invisible to the eye or non-apparent. And I think that's the biggest opportunity that we do have, is to empower individuals to come as they are, including the part and everything that may include the disability. And so that's anything from, I had somebody ask me yesterday, is anxiety a disability? Yes. Is lupus an autoimmune? Yes. Mental health, you name it, it really is. And I think what we want is for people to be able to come to work, including their disability, and feel like you can self-identify and ask what you need to be successful.
Absolutely, because it's only by having everybody together talking about these things that we can be sure that we are developing our culture, our employee base, and our products and services to include all of our customers, right?
And harnessing the expertise that comes from that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Corie, I understand that at Channel 4 you're rolling out Microsoft 365.
We are.
Well done. Can you talk to me a little bit about any of the features or benefits that you're excited about bringing to your workplace?
I think particularly anything that helps with our neurodiverse elements. So people who have dyslexia, for example, I think it's certainly one thing I think a lot of people struggle to share at work. So knowing that you've got those tools embedded in the PC already. Streams and teams are something that Channel 4 is exploring at the moment. I think we're quite excited by what that could mean for us as a business as we become more agile. So I guess everything's happening in the cloud particularly.
Yeah, and just on that, so Stream for Teams, so I've found in my own work that actually I find it much easier to listen to recordings of calls or meetings or anything else if I can speed it up.
Yeah.
I really struggle to focus all the way to the end, no matter what the content is. So just for me, Stream is a real business benefit in just, again, everybody needs a way of working that suits them.
This is the whole thing, is that accessibility isn't about disability per se, and I think that's the hurdle that we've got to get over, because I think accessibility sort of sounds still a bit sort of wheelchairs and white sticks, and it isn't.
It isn't.
It's about enabling everybody to work in their best possible way for them.
Yes, I'm so excited for you rolling out M365 that I could talk about it all day, but I'm not allowed to, so we won't. So I just wanted to ask you both, how proud are you of the partnership between Microsoft and Channel 4? And Channel 4 does a lot around accessibility for its workplace.
Can you go first, Jenny?
Oh, we had such a lovely conversation on stage this morning, and I'm so proud to partner with a company that is changing societal views on disability. I came here with 11 members of my family for the Paralympics and just watched a whole country rally around the Paralympics and disability in a powerful way. It wasn't the poor individuals with disability, these were athletes and they were presented as such. And so I think it's really powerful. And I think the other thing that I have to call out is the number of companies that are also beginning to go on this journey or are already on this journey that we're also partnering with, whether those are businesses or partners, many of whom in this room today, just incredible work happening in this space.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot in the expo that's really focusing on accessibility in the workplace. Yeah. So just finally, how important are big moments like Future Decoded for driving accessibility up the agenda and for awareness?
I think they're really important. I think the opportunity to see accessibility on main stage, to make it mainstream, to really highlight best practices and show the path for where people need to go and can go, it's really important. I don't think there's anyone that wants to exclude, but sometimes you really have to show how to include. And things like Future Decoded, I was so honored to be back here this year, to be able to bring it to that center stage and have those kind of conversations. And of course, have them with the best voice in town makes it slightly better to do that.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I speak to customers, I'm always encouraging them to reach out, find out where their accessibility or inclusion network is, and get involved and speak to their other employees all around that workforce. I'm assuming at Channel 4, you're kind of like us, you know, it's something that the whole workforce is embracing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as we've become more confident as an organisation to enable everybody to have those kind of conversations that I think people imagine are going to be uncomfortable and are not as uncomfortable as you imagine they're going to be. So you've got an enabled workforce and people who feel comfortable having conversations around adjustments. And then, you know, we've got an ERG now that is all around widening that conversation around disability, educating around certain impairments and long-term conditions, and just deepening the conversation, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the conversation is important, but so is action, right?
Yeah,
so
totally.
Getting involved, do something about it, tell all your work colleagues. Anyway, it has been absolutely fantastic to talk to all of you. Thanks very much for coming back, Jenny, Corie, and of course, Janine. Thank you very much. Let's go back.